Hello, good morning, everybody. So how's things going? How are you today? All right, let's continue our study on Samadhi. And first of all, let's do the prayer together. All right, let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Thus, for opening our future, there's the past, profound, and wonderful Dharma. In hundreds of millions of years, is difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and without you fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and without you practice the Tathagata's true way, and without you attain the Tathagata's true state. We vow that we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state owing to us. So that's the prayer for today's lecture. Let's go ahead with the review first, okay? Yeah. Listen to the video, please.
The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat.
Yeah, yesterday we learned this sentence. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. It's nothing more than, it means only. The ego construct is only the impulse to repeat. So that's it. So anybody wants to recite it?
The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat.
Yeah, can you read it? Can you recite it? Can you read it from memory? Yeah, no. Most of us didn't attend the lecture last time. I will do it first. Oh, Grace, you are reading. You first, please. Good morning, Grace. Yeah, your voice is louder. I can hear you clearly now. Yeah, okay, please. Wow, one more time, please. Yeah, that's correct. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, you have a good memory, like an elephant. Okay. A good memory, like an elephant. Yeah, amazing. So who would like to try more? Okay, I will try. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. Impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. Let's double check, okay?
The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat.
The ego construct, not construct. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. Impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. So that's it. That's what we've learned yesterday. Is nothing more than it means no more than. And to repeat, it works as a adjective to describe impulse, describe the non-impulse. All right, let's go ahead with our sentence 28. Okay, listen to the video first.
The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. The ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Okay, let's listen to it at a slow speed. Okay.
It's simply the path that energy once took.
It's simply the path that energy once took.
Tendency for the energy to take that path again.
And the tendency for the energy to take that path again.
Whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Whether it is positive or negative for that organism. For the organism. I think it is for that organism. Let's double check, okay?
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
For the organism. No, for the organism. Okay, this is a sentence a little bit longer, and there are so many new words and expressions, right? Let's double check. Simply, energy, tendency, positive, negative, organism. Let's double check it again together. Simply, what does it mean? Usually to emphasize how easy or basic something is. It means just, only, simply. Here, it is only the path. It is just the path. So here, simply is an adverb. You know adverb? Yeah, simply. ly ends with ly. Just, only. And then energy. What does it mean, energy? The physical and mental effort. The physical and energy mental effort that you use to do something. The physical and energy effort that you use to do something, it means energy. Physical and mental effort. You know effort? Yeah, that you use to do something. You use energy to do something. So this kind of physical or mental effort. And then tendency. What does tendency mean? It means trend. You know trend? Tendency is a new custom that is starting to develop. Yeah, it is the trend. Do you know the trend? I'll use this one. This is the trend. Do you know the trend? Yeah, direction, the trend. So this is the tendency. Yeah, tendency means a new custom that is starting to develop. Tendency. And then positive. What does it mean? Good or useful. Yeah, let's go back to the text. It means whether it is positive or negative for the organism, whether, whatever positive or negative. Yeah, so they call this whatever positive or negative. Here, positive, what does it mean? It means good or useful. And negative, what does it mean? Bad or harmful. And organism, what does it mean? A system consisting of parts that depend on each other. And also organism means system. Do you know system? Or sometimes organization have the same meaning. Organization, organism. Okay, let's go back to the sentence. So simply, it means only. Energy, it means, the effort that your mental effort or physical effort. And tendency, what does tendency mean? It means the trend. The tendency, the way, the direction for the energy to take that path again, to repeat again. Whether it is positive, it means whether it is good or bad for the organism, positive or negative for the organism, same thing. Yeah, has the similar meaning and also means positive synonym. Synonym is useful or good. Negative synonym is harmful or bad. So here, whether it is good or bad for the organism. So here, that's it. Now it's time for us to have a look at the grammar. Okay, there are 3 points of grammar. First is that. Have you seen that? Here, I think that introduces a relative clause that. It is the same. It is simply the past that and that leads this relative clause, and that works as and that is a pronoun. Pronoun, do you know pronoun? And its real noun is past. The past is real noun. Yeah, pronoun to replace the real noun, the past, the real noun. And the tendency, and this is the grammar point 1. The point 2 is, bullet point 2 is to take that path again. Yeah, here, the tendency for energy to take that path again. For the energy to take that path again, actually for the energy is a proposition phrase. And to explain the tendency for who, for what, the tendency for the energy, and the tendency, which kind of tendency, and use to take bath again to describe such kind of tendency to take that path again. So here there is a grammar phenomena. To take that path again works as a to infinitive. Yeah, to take that path again is also to infinitive, and it works as an adjective. You know adjective to describe the tendency. So here there are two preposition phrase, and the first one is for the tendency, and the second one is to take the path again. Also explain and are used to explain and describe the tendency. The tendency to what? For the energy, And the tendency, which kind of tendency? The tendency to take that path again. So to take that path again, it is a two infinitive grammar phenomena. And two infinitive works as an adjective. Yeah, here it is. These two preposition phrase, for and to. No, sorry. This is a preposition phrase, and the other is to do something. To infinitive. Infinitive. Do you know infinitive? To do something. And here the third point is about whether or. Here, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. So whether or is an adverbial clause of cessation. Concession, do you know concession? Yeah, it is very interesting. Let's double check concession. What does it mean? I think we have learned in the Constitution, BPI Constitution, right? Concession. Oh, no, cessation. No, that's cessation, not concession.
Concession.
So here, whether or is an adverbial clause of a concession. Yeah, interesting. Whether, whatever it is, whatever positive or negative, it means. So here, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. Yeah, that's it. Regardless, positive or negative. So that's the whole grammar issues. And let's go to follow it, okay? Follow the video.
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Yeah, for this sentence, this is a complex sentence, complex sentence, because there is a main clause. It is simply the path and the tendency. This is the main clause. And there is a subordinate clause, whether or, led by whether or, whether it is positive or negative, whether or. So the whole sentence is a complex one. The main clause is it is the path and the tendency. It is the path and the tendency. And the subordinate clause, also an adverbial clause of cessation, led by whether or. Have you seen whether or? Whether it is positive or negative, whether or. So time for us to follow it, okay? To find out the stressed words. In that way, we can follow it easily, much easier. Let's double check.
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Okay. Let's double check it again with the video.
It's simply the path that energy once took.
It's simply the path that energy once took. So here it is, can omit it, just it's simply the path the energy once took.
And the tendency for the energy to take that path again.
And the tendency for the energy to take the path again. Yeah, again, yeah, and yeah, emphasize it to highlight it because yeah, it tells us to do something, repeat to do something, and the the custom, the habit. Okay. Wait, let's double check again. Continue.
It's positive or negative for the
Whether it's you can pronounce it like it's positive or negative.
It's simple.
For the organism, organism. Let's double check. Check again.
Ego construct is nothing more than the impulse to repeat. It's simply the path that energy once took.
It's simply the energy was took.
And the tendency for the energy to take that path again.
And the tendency for the energy to take that path again.
Whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Whether it's positive or negative for the organism. I think so. Yeah, there the words in red, are emphasized words, are emphasized ones. So who would like to follow it? I will play it for you. Who would like to try to follow them?
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Yes. Grace, you please. Hello, Grace. I will play it for you, okay?
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Yes, you please. Whether it's, yeah, I think so. Whether it's, wow, yes, perfect. One more time, please. Wow, yes, genius, genius. Let's double check again.
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Yeah, whether it's. Yeah, you can do it like this, link together. Whether it's positive or negative for the organism. Yeah. Yes. Would you like try again? Just do it, please. I will not play it for you. Sorry. Just now you are. Yeah. You can say Chinese. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, you just recite it, right? Or you just read it. You just recite it or read it. You just know. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Thank you so much. You did so well. Let's follow it. Yeah, one more time.
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Okay, I'll follow it. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it's positive or negative for the organism. Yeah, one more time.
It's simply the path that energy once took,
It's simply the path that energy once took,
and the tendency for the energy to take that path again,
and the tendency for the energy to take that path again,
whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
whether it's positive or negative for the organism. Yes. So, would you like to recite it, Grace? You please. Okay. Path. Yes, yes, yes. And this word for the organism. And here, whether it's were positive or negative for the organism. So, would you like to try again? Yes, please. Wow. Yes, genius. Yeah, this time is perfect. I think so. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Uh, yeah, please keep an eye for me. Listen to me, okay? I will recite it for you. Follow you. I will recite it. Please keep an eye for me. It's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again. Take that path again, whether it's positive or negative for the organism. It is right? Okay, one more time. It's simply, it's simply, it's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again, whether it's positive or negative for the organism. It's simply the path, it's simply the path that energy once took, and the tendency that energy took that path again. And the tendency for the energy to take that path again. Whether it's positive, whether it's positive or negative for the organism. Yeah, one more time to double check, okay?
It's simply the path that energy once took, and the
It's simply the path, go down directly. It's simply the path that energy once took.
the energy to take that path, the path that energy once took, and the tendency for the energy to take that path again.
To take that comes again.
Whether it is positive or negative for the organism.
Whether it's positive or negative for the organism. Yes, that's correct. Hi, Grace, would you like to try again to recite it? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing, amazing. Whether, if not varies with here the should be sound out should be sounded out. Yes, yes, perfect. I I really enjoy your reading, your recitation. Yes, so great. Thank you. And then, we will go ahead with the review what we learned today. Today we've learned six new words. Simply, it also means just, only. Have you known just only before? And the energy, what does energy mean? The physical and mental effort, to do something needs our energy, right? To do something needs our energy. Especially physical energy to do the physical work and mental energy, mental effort to do the paperwork, to to do the office work. And then tendency, what does it mean? Tendency, it means a new custom that is start to develop. Constant, it means habit, trend. And then positive and negative. And there are so many comments on the media, social media. Some comments. I mean that comment. Some comments is positive, but others are negative. So do you know what I mean? Yeah, comments on there are so many comments on the social media. Some of them are positive, but others are negative. So positive and negative. And someone leave your message and with good comment, but others leave your message with negative comment. Yeah, they're negative and they're bad for you. So that's it. And then organism, it means an assistant. And for our body, there is a system, for our body. There is an organism, Our system, our body is a system with, made of mental parts and physical parts. Mental parts, it means you have your thoughts, you have your mind, you have your idea and something like this. And the physical parts, is you have your organs, 5 organs, and also your flesh, and also your blood, right? And also your bone. So this is the organism. Actually is your body and your body system. So that's it. And that's what I've learned for the mini issue. And for the grammar point, we also learned 3 points. One is that introduces a relative clause. Relative clause, it means the past. And also to that past again, and actually it is placed after tendency. And it works as an adjective to describe tendency. What kind of tendency? The tendency to take that path again. And then there is another adverbial clause laid by whether or. It means regardless, positive or negative for the organism. Wait, regardless, here, regardless means regardless. Regard, got this. It means whatever, such as this. And whatever good or bad, whatever positive or negative for the organism. Yeah, is really terrible. So that's what we learned today. Yeah, thank you for your active participation, Alice, and thank you for your service, Manju, and thank you for listening to me, Maggie, to stay with us. So that's all, and see you tomorrow. Bye.